Hello, students. How are you all? Welcome back to our online classes from LPM Public School, situated at Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. This is your science teacher, Nancy Pandey. So, my dear students, today I am here again with a chapter number 11, Light, Sound, and Force from your science book. So, students, in our previous video, I had told you about light and shadow. So, before starting the next topic, let's have a quick overview on these topics. So, students, first of all, we know that the sun gives us light, and the sun is the main source of heat and light on the earth. We are able to see objects because of light. Objects that give out light are called luminous, and the example of luminous are sun, stars, torch, tube light, and lamp. But objects that do not give out light are called non-luminous. We can see non-luminous objects only when light falls on them. Otherwise, we can't see non-luminous objects. The example of non-luminous are paper, table, kite, bat, etc. The second topic was shadow. So, students, you know very well, a dark patch seen on the ground or wall or any other object when a thing does not let light pass through it is called a shadow. And shadows are formed when objects block the path of light from luminous objects. Shadows are smaller and sometimes they are bigger than actual size. A shadow is always formed on the opposite side of the light. Now students, look this short activity that is given here. The aim of this activity is to observe the change in the length of shadow during the day. So to do this activity, first of all, we need some materials, and the materials needed are a long stick, watch, measuring tape, notebook and pencil. Now let's read the method. First of all, on a bright sunny day, set up a stick in the middle of a playground and then measure and record the length of the stick's shadow at 3 different times of the day. That is in the morning, at noon and in the evening. Write down the measurement in your notebook. When is the length of the shadow is shortest and when is the length of the shadow is longest. So after doing this, you observe that the shadow is shortest at noon and longer in morning and evening. So the conclusion of this activity is the length of the shadow changes during the day. Now let's remember, here short exercise is given. Let's do it. The first one is circle the odd one out in each of the following. Here you have to circle the odd one out. The first one is sun, paper, kite, bed. So here the odd one out is sun, because sun is a luminous object while paper, kite and bed are non-luminous object. Now look at the second one: bulb, tube light, plant and fire. So here the odd one out is plant. So you have to circle plant, because plant is non-luminous while bulb, tube light and fire is a luminous or are luminous. The third one is shadow, long, short, noon. So here the odd one out is noon. Because shadows are long and short while noon is the time of the day. The second look at the second question. Write T for true or F for the false statement. Light help us to see things. So this statement is true. Light help us to see things. To see anything we need light. So this statement is true. Here you have to fill T. Let's come to the next statement. Shadow is always black. So this statement is also true. So here you have to write T on the given blank. The third one is the length of the shadow remains the same throughout the day. So this statement is false, because the length of the shadow changes during the day. They not remain same throughout the day. Now let's move on to our next topic, understanding sound. So my dear students, when we talk, we are making a sound. Our tongue helps us to make sound, and we hear sound of all kinds with the help of our ears. So students, we hear through our ears. If you strike a steel tumbler with a spoon, it makes a sound. We hear various kinds of sounds such as the ring of a bell or telephone, the cry of a baby and the bark of a dog. So students, in this sentence we know that when you strike a steel tumbler with a spoon, it makes sound. And we hear various kind of sounds like the ring of a bell and ring of a telephone, or cry of a baby and the bark of a dog. We can hear all these sounds through our ear. Some sounds are soft, for example, whisper. Some sounds are loud, for example, ring of the school bell. So students, some sounds are soft while some sounds are loud. Example of soft sound is whisper, and example of loud sound is ring of the school bell. Some sounds are pleasant. For example, music. Some sounds are unpleasant. For example, the continuous honking of a vehicle. So students, sounds are either pleasant or unpleasant. So the example of pleasant sounds is music and unpleasant sound is continuous honking of a vehicle. So the meaning of honking of a vehicle, honking means horning. We like to hear soft and pleasant sounds. We do not like to hear loud and unpleasant sounds. So students, we always like to hear soft and pleasant sounds, and we don't like to hear loud and unpleasant sounds. Now let's come to our next topic, that is noise. So students, think what happens when everybody in your class starts talking loudly at the same time. What happens when all the vehicles on the road start honking in a traffic jam? So you know very well, when your class start talking loudly at the same time, then whole class make a noise, and when all the vehicles on the road start honking in a traffic jam, then there was a too much noise. So the definition for noise is sound that is loud and unpleasant is called noise. Too much noise disturbs us and is bad for our health. This is why we should learn to speak softly. We should always play the television and music system at a low volume so that we do not disturb other members of our family or our neighbors. So students, too much noise disturbs us and it is also bad for our health. We should always learn to speak softly, and we should always play the television and music system at a low volume so that we do not disturb the other member of our family or our neighbors. So this topic is completed now. I hope all the topics that I explain you in this video is clear to you. So you have to read this chapter. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy and stay at your home. Remaining topics I will explain you in the next video. Thank you students. Bye and take care.